Yane a year opinion. We're head of communications Emma NP in Ninkomo Mohammed Abdul Kudus Yanji Kakra in Frenfino. Mohammed, good morning.
Good morning, no.
Impom design pay.
Yeah,
Bibia
no. Oh, kakaka. Now, sir.
You could kakra pay there. Your flower na customer service week. Your friend must na your friend must no. Penny for any mudin common. Not womanum kasa ati yi papa oba wo fa call no ene ne panya wo de ema na ene ne di nkomo omunya abotre cheche mu on a normal day what are some of the issues are normally mutai enya calls free customers ho efa ho
Me that's in my main chair when you cheer for you mostly issues of under delivery. Abia obi ever to like 100 na quantity there or almost amano no of say enye papa and most of the time they would pay and complain. Another thing here about adulteration. The OBS that is for the what on enye normally they would call the NPA and then would investigate immediately. And there were a department under the first division from consumer service.
Okay.
And the normally pick a call. Now the relevant department to attend to that particular issue. Normal report. So there is a complaint procedure.
Okay.
The pick your information or your complaint. Then they would go and complete the form. Send the form to the relevant department. The department would make an immediate follow-up. The region outside Accra, then they'll call the regional office, give them the location of the fuel station, and then they will go there and give feedback. The Accra, they will send a team immediately to the place to go and see. So the two things are normally under delivery and suspected adulteration. And most of the time, and your complaints, papa.
Apart from these two issues, opening a DNA as Ghana for consumers of a product, a shemasu, asieno. You bet me after complaining about, apart from these two, I want mention.
Oh, okay, so in fact, safety mechanisms that is supposed to regulate how fuel is discharged at the service station. And normally a time, so that it should be within a certain time that when there is an accident, to get me only for an emergency help or support to attest to it. And normally the Uber discharge, then it is after 5 p.m. So that when you are doing that and there's an accident, normally you can meet and correct him. And we encourage consumers, particularly when you see some of these things at any particular place, just call our line or get in touch with a regional office closer to you. In fact, we have regional offices all the traditional regions. Let me say traditional before the creation of the six additional regions. So all the traditional things, your offices. So if you get something, you need to let us know about it. Then we'll be able to attend to it. And so it is very, very critical to us. And the other thing too is the sale of fuel on tabletops within the metropolis. We are it is outlawed. It is illegal, and because we cannot be at all of the places all of the time. Mostly encourages if you in some way, just let us know. We would liaise with the police and then we'll be able to swoop on those people and arrest them where possible. Another thing too is about the cheating at fuel station. The entrance to the filling station, the billboard displays a certain price. Who got fuel at the pump tells you a different story. And so consumers are supposed to ensure that what they see entry into the filling station are displayed on the billboard. At the pump itself, it should also be the same thing. When you don't get the same thing, you report to us at NPA, and we'll go check on them.
Open here, didn't come to train the tips bang and add by my send ye who say ye adulterated fuel. Send ye who say, oh, the year tono and ye no more serve at my tips bang and I'll bet me a tea for near before.
Okay, so first on the matter of suspected adulterated fuel, and yet something that the eye can easily detect, particularly if it is not that visible. So in the filling station that we had, that was in the news that at Impoku, where the consumer bought the fuel and could see water being pumped instead of the fuel. That one the consumer can see, and immediately you will know that the fuel is not correct, it is contaminated. But something that is adulterated that you cannot see, but you put it in your engine and you suspect it. You get to your mechanic and your mechanic tells you the fuel you bought had a problem. You report to us. We would investigate it, because normally the complaint of the consumer and the consumer is immediately right. It could be that the consumer is wrong. It could be that there is something wrong with everything. But the quality control department under the quality assurance division almost was our capacity to be able to look at it and tell that in fact this is adulterated and the sanctions need to be meted out. That's one. Two, on the issue of the cheating, where you suspect that the fuel station is under delivery, meaning it is not giving you value for money. We have what we call the 10-liter can, local balance with a friend in Tiatia.
Yeah.
And it's a misunderstanding so you suspect that under delivering. Now I can come for a 10-liter can, and it is mandatory that each filling station must have it. So that you ask them to pump it 10 liters into it to see. If they pump 10 liters into it and it actually miss that mark, then it tells you that they are delivering properly. If it doesn't meet that mark, it's below that mark, then that means they are under delivering, and then you can equally escalate it to NPA and would have to deal with that. So these are basic tips that yet me I guide you, because at this point that the prices of fuel is getting crazy, it is only important that we are able to guarantee a certain return of value for the money that we are spending on the fuel product. And these are basic things that we can share with our consumers. And then as we go on, we'll try and see what we can do to standardize the industry and make sure that everybody works to expectations of the rules and regulations of NPA.
Mohammed, I'm going to say, thank you. You know, Mohammed Abdul Kudus, and I know Eddie and Command pay Ojimedino as so.